Well, welcome back, folks. Welcome this week to South Wales. We're all set up on Witches Point, which is a mark that I've wanted to fish for a few years. I'm sure you'll have seen plenty of videos from down here. I've got quite high expectations, which is why you'll notice I've only got as far as setting one rod up. I've got the air power out at the minute. We're chasing big rays. It's the sole reason for coming down here. I'd love to have got down here earlier in the year, but I think it was actually about this time last year that I came down and the weather went to absolute rats. Hopefully you can't hear it in the mic, but there is probably a 20-mile-an-hour wind coming straight. It's a northerly, basically coming straight over the top. There was a big westerly blowed in the last couple of days, which really lifted the sea. A couple of lads messaged me saying it's unfishable. I've been watching the forecasts, and all the forecasts said that last night about midnight the wind was switching back to northerly. It's been northerly all week. Other than the wind, the weather is pretty spot on for mid-autumn. So like I say, I've only got the one rod set up so far, so I can't come down to South Wales, not call in and see Bob at Rob's Rigs. So he sorted me out with all the bait today. I've got a couple of dongles and some 2-hook clip downs, which we'll get to later on. Now, Mr. Booker said in one of his videos that if you're not using a dongle yet, you're an idiot. Those weren't his exact words, I'm paraphrasing slightly. And seeing as how, like I say, we're down South Wales, I thought I'd follow the local boys. Now, as you'll know, I am not a dongle convert as yet. I think the dongles will probably play a bigger part when it comes to my winter fishing, purely because circle hooks don't tend to get snagged as much on rough ground, and I've got a lot of rough ground fishing that I want to target this winter. But yeah, I've got loads and loads of bait to go out. I've got squid, I've got sand eel, I've got blueies, I've got some mackerel, I've got caplines. Now caplines are part of the smelt family. They're a new bait that Rob's just got in, and if you watch the Anglesey video recently, the evening time we really struggled, and smelt caught both me and Nige thornback rays. So when I saw them advertised, I thought, why not get a couple of packs of them, we'll give them a go. So at the minute, on the air power, I've got one of Rob's dongle rigs with a 4-0 circle hook, and on there I've just got one of those cap lines cut to size to suit the dongle. And let's see, Mr. Booker, see if these dongle rigs really are as good as you say. Ah, bollocks. Prick. This wind is proper pumping. I mean, it's probably putting an extra 50 yards on my cast. I think we could be on it. Are we on? I think that's wind blowing that. Set the drag. So I've just rebaited. On this one now we've got squid, and on the other one I've just put our crab bait, of all things. In fact, I don't think I've had you back since we've had 2 rods out. So yeah, I've just rebaited both rods. I had sand eel on the Creed when that went out. Both rods are fishing with the Rob's Rigs dongle. Probably been fishing for about an hour. I'll admit I haven't really done a great deal, because whilst I've got all the energy, so I've just taken a call and found out I've been offered a new job, which is great news. Whether now the big decision is, do I take it or not? But there we go. So yeah, if you see me with a stupid grin on the face for the rest of the video, you'll know why. Out here fishing in sunshine, howling gales, but we can deal with that, on the South Wales coast, and I've been offered a new job. What more could you ask for? Big double figure blonde ray. Yeah, we've, like I say, both rods are out. I've got the Creed out, I've got the air power out, both using dongle rigs. Whole squid now on the air power, which is the rod that I just thought we'd had a pickup on, and crab on the Creed. And I am going to introduce you to a little secret weapon. Secret weapon, maybe not the right choice of words for down this area, but wait right there. Right, you lot probably all knew what was coming. It's the air light. Brought it down with me. It's a bit of a trek to get over here, but it's not too bad. So just thought I'd bring the air light. I got my little iron spin 50 because it was still in the van from the other week when we were over on the Holden S. And on there I've got that exact same 3-hook flapper. I called in this morning. And grabbed some worms as well, some fresh ragworm. Just happened to be passing the tackle shop and thought I'd check. Got some lovely big juicy fresh ragworm. So size 1 hooks, 3-hook flapper, and I'm probably just going to underarm this with the wind. Chuck it 20 or 30 yards out. You're probably just looking at my crotch, but apologies. 20 or 30 yards out into here. We're fishing into relatively deep water. We might lose it. We might lose the lot. It might get snagged up down there. I'm sure there's loads of people screaming at the TV going, South Wales, and he's not just fishing for big rays. But it's different grounds. We're in the species hunt. Let's not forget the species hunt. It's worth just chucking this out. We could get pouting, for example. Pouting are quite common down here. I haven't had a pouting for the species hunt, so let's chuck this out, see what we do. Like I say, the main target, big rays, but let's see what little stuff's out there as well. Big or small, we love them all. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just ping that down there. That on, that down, it's down. And that's it. Just leave that, wedge that down in these rocks, sit it on top of there, look. Jobs are good and 3 rods out. There we go. Right, let's see what we can find. The jacket's come on, by the way, because one, it's howling wind, but it feels like it could rain as well. It's gone very crisp in the air, so the jacket's come out. It's acting as a good wind break. It's needed. Oh, hey, oh. What happened there? What is going on? Who knows? Keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, hoodies on, jackets on. It's blowing a gale. Lovely day to be out fishing. Really can't complain. However, if anybody from Vass is watching, I would really quite like a winter smock or a winter jacket and the bib and brace to go with it. I think that's the route I'm going. So if you've got the 175 Vass winter jacket, bib and brace, trousers, let us know in the comments whether they're any good or not, whether they're worth the money, because yeah, I do need something different for this winter. And like I say, if anybody from Vass just happens to be watching this random little YouTube channel, get in touch. It's worth a shot, isn't it? GoPro froze, so I had to unmount it and mess about with it and disconnect the battery, and bloody GoPros, shower of shite. But just does seem to be the occasional tap on here. Not sure if that's because it's getting battered into the rocks or if we've got something on. No, battered into the rocks. See if we can get it back. Like I say, this could be a bad idea, but we're up. We are up, and we've got a fish. What fish have we got? That's the question. It is a parting. Haha, yes! Target acquired. Just what we were after. just what we're after. No specimen, no huge monster, but a pouting nonetheless for the species hunt. Nicely hooked. If this was later on, I'd be keeping him for bait. But let me just show you. I'll go hand only to the camera. Lovely little pout. So, species hunt ticked off. Get a quick photo of him for the hunt and send him on his way. Well, not sure how long that's been sat there, but that's the second species of the session. I'm not sure if I play on GoPro at the right time or not. Good old doggy. Well hooked. Circle hook right in the top of his mouth. I mean, you've all seen these, haven't you? But there you go. Little doggy, species number 2 of the session. At least the fish are starting to show up now. I think we've got about 2 hours left till high water, and it's time to start really putting some effort in. Whoa. Well, it's been a while, folks. The wind is absolutely battering through here, and I haven't wanted to move the camera because it was wedged quite well, but there's not been a great deal of footage to show you really. So I've had a couple more pouts, 3 doggies I think we're up to now, but I didn't think I'd show you those. I'm still hoping that by the end of the video we'll have a nice big ray to show you. Just over the other way on the ledges, I bumped into in the car park Nathan, who, funnily enough, I've bumped into every time I've been down here. He just seems to follow me around. He was now set up a channel, Uncle Bry's Bait Adventures. Hey up. Go on, get up. Yeah, Uncle Bry's Bait Adventures. So if you want to check out more local Barry fishing, South Wales fishing, West Wales fishing, head over and check his channel out. And Dave, who runs Real Minds, they've set up over on the ledges. There were a couple other lads fishing over there, so I decided not to crowd them out and stick to the point. I think they're not getting battered about by the wind quite as much as I am. Yeah, he did ring me and said, these other lads are going now, if you want to come over, there's space. But I'm stubborn and I'm going to sit it out here. I think they've had a small blonde and a taupe pup. So it definitely seems like the fishing's picking up. I went to put out a nice fresh mackerel bait and cracked off. First time I've cracked off in I have no idea how long. I don't know what happened, whether possibly the line got right around my tip eye because it sounded rough as soon as I cast it, and then I think it just got hung up in the wind and that was it, gone. So I'm a rig down and I've taken the opportunity to swap that out for a pennel rig. Gone back to what I know. Not that I'm missing loads of bites or anything like that, there really isn't a great deal to show you. In fact, I've had to re-anchor the rod rest with my bungee cord because yeah, this wind. I'll do some filming on my phone of just how windy it is. I've had to put my over trousers on because we had a squall come through and piss everything wet through. Yeah, it's just good old classic autumn fishing. We are probably about an hour from high water now, so not quite sure. This wind, man, not quite sure what to do. I think I'm probably going to retire the air light because I've managed to wedge that in a rock and it's getting absolutely battered about by the wind up there. That could have a string of mackerel on it and I wouldn't tell. So I'm probably going to retire that small rod, scratching rod, because I've had enough of parting and dogs. We'll continue. I've still got loads of bait to go at. The question is, how long do we stay here? I'm going to fish a mark tonight. So I don't think I said earlier actually, high water is at about 3:45. So I think, well, I don't know, I don't know whether to fish a couple hours down, a couple hours of the ebb, then wrap up, and then go and try and find somewhere for low water that'd give us what, 3 hours down and a couple hours back up, and then it's a long old slog home. Or do we wrap up on high water and go and get set up somewhere? I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I say, we've got about an hour till high water. Just watching that rod because it's, well, I mean, it's bouncing about, but it's been bouncing about all day. It is doing weird things though. Possibly a doggy. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure whether to persevere here. Like I say, I'm too stubborn, and I don't think I'm going to stay long enough or late enough to up sticks and move round onto the ledges the other side. It would be a lot more sheltered there. Do I want to do that? Probably not. It'd probably cost me half an hour. And like I say, if I fish 2 hours down, we've got 3 hours left of fishing, so I'll be moving for possibly 2 hours of fishing. I don't fancy doing that, so I'm going to stay put. Who knows? Let's see. It might be the right choice, it might be the wrong choice. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to go and get some bait swapped, I think. Now, I left quite a lot of slack on the creed, and it's slowly headed round and taking up slack. It's hard to do in this wind. Does that mean we've got... Ooh. Whoa. This is testing my new shock lead or not anyway. How have we got snagged up out there? Now, I might have mentioned this, but personally I think this creed is a little bit too stiff for me. However, just look at that, you can put a bend in it. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think this is a fish. Right, well, I said I was going to put the air light away, but I put the creed away as well because I snapped off trying to recover whatever I was snagged into. But I thought I'd chuck the air light over the other side into the wind, into the bay, and it's paid off with a lovely, lovely little bar of silver. Look, absolute stunning condition, little bar of silver. So, third species of the session. I mean, hopefully you can see. I don't drop the GoPro. Hopefully you can see against my fingers just how small he is. But it's absolutely pristine. I'm going to get him back, but thanks mate, third species of the session. And the GoPro's going on its arse. See you later mate, bye. I'm just trying to rebait the dongle rig. The air light's got a good thump on it. I think this is possibly another good bass. So it's still on there? Yeah, good fish. Nice fish. Watch this, a bit doggy now. I know. Good head shakes. Try and turn it that way so you can see it in the camera. Probably better watching it that way in the camera, I don't know. Who knows? What have we got? I think it is another very nice bass. Now then, let's go and see if I can land it. Leave you lot there, I'll battle with the wind. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you little beauty. Woo. That was an effort. Where's the GoPro gone? There's the GoPro. Turn you around. Oh, it's just come off that hook as well. Whew. Now then, how the hell do I set this GoPro up without it blowing over where you can actually see me? Let's try here, shall we? I think that's still going to blow over. Is that going to stay? No, it's like, are you going to stay wedged in there? Don't think it. Let's find out. Right, I'm going to try and be as good as I can. Enough. God, this wind. Wherever I go, this getting out of this wind. But there we go. Even better. And even better. Oh, it's just making things get better and better, that is. Right. Looks like the air light's back on. Go on, son. Well, folks, as you've seen, pretty flipping windy, and in all honesty, I think the wind is going to finish this session off. I mentioned it briefly earlier. I was debating how long to leave it. I've said it time and time again, wind is the one thing that pisses me off. Rain, I could sit out all day in the rain, not a bother. But wind, oh my god. I've just rebaited the air light, I've just sent out that fresh bait on the air power. Like I say, I wrapped the creed up earlier. I somehow managed to wedge you against my tackle box. The sun's right behind me, so you probably can't see a damn thing. I don't even know what time of day it is, probably getting on for 5 o'clock. So I think on that note, I'm going to start wrapping up, tidy the box up a little bit, pack stuff away, and then I'll bring these rods in. I'm probably going to go and spend the next hour or two just driving around trying to find somewhere to get out of this wind for low water tonight. There is absolutely not a chance I'm sitting out in this till midnight tonight. So hopefully next time you see me, we will be on a mark somewhere on the South Wales coast, a little bit more sheltered from this wind. If not, I can guarantee it's been a rather grumpy long drive home. But thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and tight lines.